Naples, Florida, with its stately homes and beautiful beaches, is home to both retiree and vacationer. But this quiet community also hosts the world-famous swamp buggy races at Florida Sports Park. And that's where the men and machines of the MTRA will slug it out. Coming up next, we'll see who's king of the beach by ruling the swamp. This is Trucks and Tractor Power, featuring the all-stars of the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Suncoast Nationals. Welcome to Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. Today we come to you from Florida Sports Park in Naples for the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Suncoast Nationals. Hi everybody, I'm Gary Lee, and we're here at one of the most unique motorsports facilities anywhere in the world. For over 40 years, this facility has hosted the famous Mile of Mud and the Swamp Buggies. Then they drain the swamp and race stock cars, and as we saw here last year, they fill in the sippy hole with crush cars when the monsters come to town. Now, monster truck tracks by nature are unpredictable, but at this particular racing facility, it offers up some unique challenges. And here with more on that is my colleague, Armstrong.
Gary, what you're looking at is a concrete wall, and you say, why are we looking at a wall? Well, in the sport of monster truck racing, this wall in Naples, Florida has turned out to be the biggest friend the monster truck drivers have. They really like this course. This concrete wall is real safe. The drivers are not afraid to really attack the track. And speaking of the track itself, one of the interesting parts is where we're standing now is normally under about 4 feet of water. It is very soft, as you can see. That allows these big tires to claw into the track so they can plant all that horsepower and fly for the rest of the afternoon in Naples, Florida. Time to go racing, Gary. Back to you.
And after qualifying, Army, we are ready for side-by-side racing, a unique shot from inside the cockpit with Andy Brass strapped in the cockpit of Bigfoot 10, the ever-evolving Bigfoot truck. Andy Brass, of course, out of St. Louis, Missouri, Bob Chandler's creation. So many drivers have been in the cockpit, but Andy Brass, perhaps the most noted of all. And we are staging now for side-by-side competition. Also alongside in Tropical Thunder, there is Wayne SMOZANEK. Wayne from Jupiter, Florida. So Wayne didn't have far to go. We're down here in his neck of the woods.
No, you're exactly right. He's excited about running against the big boys in his own backyard. He's really going to try to put on a show for the home state folks. You know, he's got the lane closest to the crowd. He's closest to the wall. He is really going to try to lay a shot here for you. He can make a name for himself.
Oh, he's in big trouble. He hits that outside wall that you talked about. Upside down, Wayne SMOZANEK. Oh, he's putting on a show for the fans. There goes the catch fence. Oh, my, you can see the damage to the suspension, the front axle, but Wayne is okay. The former drag racer who moved to monster truck racing a few years ago climbs out. He is okay, but look at the damage to Tropical Thunder.
Yeah, the damage is suspension damage, but the chassis engineering people have built him a real safe truck. They built it by the safety specs and all the roll cage and everything held up. But the wall and the catch fence did its job. Listen to the neighbors.
What a spectacular endo in a monster truck. That's a whole lot of iron to be getting upside down.
Well, I said he wanted to make a name for himself. I don't think that's exactly what he had in mind there.
Well, Army, let's take a look again over the first jump. It's almost fender to fender right now, but he gets in trouble as he goes over that second set of cars.
Okay, now the wall we talked about at the opening can be your friend, but can also be your enemy because it will not give an inch.
Well, you can see the aftermath. He takes out the catch fence, but he is okay, and he's alongside Armstrong.
Wayne, first of all, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What caused it to bounce like that?
I don't really know. I stayed in the throttle. I made good runs in qualifying and never hooked at all. I don't know if I possibly had a broken axle in the air. I don't know.
Well, if you're going to do something like that, it's tough to have it happen, but half of this crowd are your neighbors and everything. I'm glad you're okay. Another time, another day.
Yeah, it's a bad time to wreck the truck.
We'll offer up a slight smile, although strained as it is. The safety crew going to work to remove this carnage from the Florida Sports Park. Let's take a look again. A head-on shot. That is Wayne off to the left.
Watch him in no man's land, the area between the cars. He's out of shape. So he's at a little bit of an angle. Now, he just kind of rolls over. It yawed to the right. He couldn't pull it back.
Well, that's a case where had the wall not been there, had it been a wide open field, he could have saved it. But obviously, with the fans back there, the wall is there for safety.
Again, if a frog had wings, you know. Okay.
Well, Tropical Thunder with a whole lot of work to be done before that truck competes again. We're coming back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Florida Sports Park in Naples, Florida, as Ford Trucks present the Penda four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Suncoast Nationals, a part of the B.F. Goodrich Performance Series. Gary Lee along with Army Armstrong. You can see the damage to the catch fence there as we take a look at some other action from round one. Scott Stevens out of Woodlands, Texas. Now watch, he has difficulty as well. He's in the near lane, closest to the television camera. In the Auto Value King Front.
What the problem is, in the opening, I showed you how soft this track is. Okay, now, once you get a tire down, it hooks a rut. Okay, and look at those big cleats in those tires, and the vehicle basically has a mind all its own. The drivers are going to have to adjust their chassis here.
And afterwards, Army caught up with Scott Stevens.
Well, Scott Stevens, you come immediately to the back of the truck. You know there was something that had to let go to cause the truck to turn like that. Yeah. Tell me about this bar.
Yeah, that's the bar that makes the truck go straight, and it broke and it didn't go straight. So that's something that, if we got a few minutes, we can have it fixed. It's a good path. I just did what we needed to win. We've had some bad luck here lately, a lot of value, and everybody just need to get back on track. We're on track, and hopefully this will set us back for just a few minutes.
Okay, now, Gary, what he's talking about is this bar right here. Immediately, as soon as he came out of the truck, he came to the back. It's a stabilizing bar. And as you can see, the weld just broke on it. He's got to find him a welder and get squared away. I don't think time is going to be a factor here. I think they got about 15 or 20 minutes between the next round and this round, but definitely a problem.